Well, hello all, Red Blue Gamers, welcome one and all. 1 second. Sorry about that, was just having a mouthful of something to drink. But right now, we are just messing around with some tower stuff. As you can see right here, we've got the engine bay for what is actually the tower hammerhead. So I'm just going to go through and, to be honest, just quickly hit these fins of the engine bay, because in this light it looks like the most shoddiest job ever. And I can tell you right now that this thing was, to be honest, painted about 6 years ago, if not more. Probably could be 7 or 8. So just this extra bit of silver on the will help. Oops. And as you can see, I'm going to do the same on this one. Just starting, give it a quick coat. Quick coat, try and brighten it up, and it also allows for the previous coat to slightly shine through there. Because that is the aim of the game, is to get this highlighted slightly with a lighter silver. I might take a couple of coats to really plug the holes, clear it up slightly. I could tell you now, to me it looks trashy. If I was being judged on it for painting for my overall score in a comp, trust me, I'm getting marked down. I might do well battle round wise and score well, but Jesus Christ, this paint is... And luckily I'm not taking the hammerhead at the moment to anything really, serious going. So it's a bit of a bonus there in terms of that. But as you can see, I'll get it over here. We quickly whacked some blue into the inner of our rail rifle. Intentionally, it's not the best paint job, but that's okay, because there was no intent for it to be an amazing paint job. What we really need to do now is shake shit out of the Abaddon black, get a nice big brush, which is just here, and it's fallen into, and finish painting all of the grey to really make it... I'm sorry, I'm really making this thing shake at the moment. It's terrible. I'm really disappointed by that. It's really shaky. It's unintentional. But it is, to be honest, doing my head in slightly that I'm making it bounce around so much. Because it's just not what I'm after. So we'll get in, we'll give this a quick, how you doing, howdy doody. Boom, boom, boom. It's because it's a different, I'll use a different colour over the back section of this to, quickly hand prime it in a real terrible fashion. I will admit that. This I'm not really trying to win awards with this black that I'm painting on here. It's just trying to get it on to darken the colour of the weapon. I will end up painting some of this silver, most likely the barrel. So I'll run in, and I'm going to probably right now mark it out, you know, like here. Run in, make this silver, loop this end piece silver. Same on the top, you know, make all this silver and loop it around in the front and then dry brush the rest of it. And hope to God that it comes out all right. I have done a few of the other, you know, smaller weapons in a similar fashion in terms of where I've painted them silver. There we go there. Which is, to be honest, perfectly fine. You've got to have a little bit of colour out there, don't you? Can't be all darkness. We've got to have some rainbows in there. So we'll do a little bit of, you know, painting that part of the model just to make it stand out slightly. And then that will make life a little more interesting. You know, we're definitely looking at getting this done and being able to add the option for a hammerhead to the cores. I don't think experimental prototype cutter really fits in with hammerheads. It's more about crisis suits and having access to some crazy stratagems. I will admit they are a little bit hectic. Some of them are a little bit funny too, because you know you've already got hazardous on a weapon, so let's just give it, you know, sustained hits 1 and lethal hits, and let's just goddamn well hope we roll 6s and just get those extra shots in. Which is kind of funny because some of the, if you are using the, look at that, stealth suits to guide you, you know, having that reroll 1s, unless it's on an objective, reroll, I think it's reroll everything, whoever it is, having that rerolls, and technically being able to, like, what some people would consider to be fishing for 6s, is kind of one of those entertaining, Tau think they're Space Marines type thought patterns that run through my head for it, because it's just the way people will look at it, like, oh, that's cute, your Tau think they're Space Marines. You know, that, let's fish for 6s. Oh, all those extra 6s, considering we're hitting on, if you're lucky, you know, you can get yourself down to hitting on 2s on something. And if you have that ability to add the, you know, sort of ability to add that reroll hilariously to it, you know, does make things a little bit more funny. Personal preference wise, I think it's funny. But yeah, let's have a look. What are we going to do? I need to find that white wherever it got to. I have a very nice bright, I'll repeat myself like 3 or 4 times, bright white. that seems to have gone, to be honest, AWOL. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know why or when. I'm full certain positive that I did not put it away, which is slightly bemusing, to be honest. Unless I whacked it in a box down here, which luckily I have a tub right next to my foot that I can check in. So, 1 second. Yeah. Let's have a look. The answer would be no. Why no? Why have I? What in the world's name have I done with that? That has got me at an impasse. I will be very bemused as to where the absolute... Oh, there it is. Huh. Don't worry about it. Nailed it. Got it. It just disappeared off the beaten path. Here it is. Pro Krill, titanium white. We'll drop that in there because that's probably all we're going to need. Clean off this lid there. I'm going to put in fucking front and center. We'll get the little do that out. Get some light. Get the vehicle we are looking at. And we are going to paint, as you can see, very precariously. Painting the windshield of, if I can get it to, this hammerhead, which will allow for the ability to do some other colours. While we're going to jump down the back here and we are going to paint these little globules just here, because we're going to have a laugh, kind of. Did on the back of the devilfish. We made it look like it belonged in the great land of Oz because we gave it tail lights. Red, yellow and orange, you know, blinkers, brakes, reversing lights. We're going to just up the door on these two doorknobs, dash there. We have the ability to colour in windows, which we might do here. So just the same process, just get some white in that section, and the same on this section. Just allowing us to make it look like there is some light coming from inside. So there's 2 done. Flick around and we will hold this thing hopefully sideways. There we go, I think we've got the best grip on it possible. And the same deal, we've got 2 little 2 doors. And what we did on the devilfish was actually put a red and a green dot on those 2 what look like little buttons, just to indicate one was for opening and one was for closing. That was the plan. So anyone looking at it will be like, oh right, okay, one opens, one closes. So we'll just try and hold this in a similar piece, and we'll fill the window, which again I think I've got off camera. Fill the window. And we don't. You can never need a massive amount of this this white, but every time you need to get a drop out, it's like the biggest drop ever. I think to myself, oh yeah, I've got way too much. And again, and there we go. There we have it. We've done our bits and pieces. Oh, hang on, we've got one more to go. Forgot about that. Now, let's get real serious. Let's get some full colour on this thing, a little bit more than what was on the devilfish. Let's really add some white to this sucker. Allowing us to get a nice big, just around there, big bit of coverage for a nice big glowy dot when all is said and done. So we go, some bits and pieces done on our tank. Let's crack this bad boy open, because we're just going to make sure that we have the ability to repaint the blue on the internal of this barrel to make it look like it's shining out. So we'll just try and go as gently as we can along the edge there. It's good on that end, back end there. It's good on there. Let's go from the outside in. We're just gonna fix it slightly so that there is. There we go. And the same with the back section here. Really get that. Really get that white, the ability to come on through. And that way, when we go and I may as well do these fancy little holes down here, because once, look, as you go along, you can actually wipe, especially this white. The contrast paint doesn't tend to stick too heavily on the base paint. So like if you go out of, technically what I would call of like out of line, get too much on the top side, you have the ability just to wipe it away. And look, I don't think, flip this over, I'm gonna have too many problems on here, but look, let's just make sure that this looks like nice and bright. We want this nice and bright. I'm going to have to missed one more hole. There we go. I'm going to rotate north, and then we'll get all these little, there as you can see, sections. And when this is all dry, we can whack some more. So we go south, we whack some more blue over it, and that should allow us to really give the nozzle on the barrel the look of like it's firing, and we'll actually, this section here, we'll just make this white as well. What I will do is actually just try and some of that off there. This little bit here, we'll get the that'll allow for a little bit of adventure. Yeah, just get some, actually give this a quick clean. It's starting to go a bit cray. We'll get in here and give ourselves a nice big chunk of, didn't spill over the edge there, no. We'll do the same thing here with the, which hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing still. I've got this in the right spot. We'll aim is to get this blue to be able to, you know, really pop in the nozzle of the gun. So again, we'll go through the 4 turns, and we'll go bang, get this these nozzles painted white in all directions. Just allow for a little bit more of that gun flare flash to come through, which will obviously change everything slightly. And as I said, I think I was saying before in a live stream I was doing, it's really a matter of just trying out new techniques per se. Like, I'm really trying to get a little better in my painting skills, make things a little bit more like interesting, use a few different techniques if I can remember how to do them. I will be trying my best. I'm going to have to find a lighter black or a grey black kind of colour to attempt some edge highlighting maybe. I think I'll go through and panel line all of that, all the white on here again. I would love it if Vallejo AK, if they would make a black, white panel liner. They make black, I've got it. I do know they changed the style of the pots to make the brush for putting it on better, which is a little annoying because I wish they'd done that like 6 months ago before I brought my panel liner, my black one. Because really I would say that currently my brush is not the greatest applicator that they've got, and this was the brush I used for the white panel lining on the other that way, the other bits and pieces. So yeah, so I've done a little bit of that. We got that sorted, and right now we're going to call that video done, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.